What's poppin' my boys, weird it again, making more hot garbage for the masses. It's finally time to discuss some shit I hate in Outward and would like to be changed in either future updates or whatever their next project is. One of the things I've grown to hate so much is the shitty enchanting system. This is possibly the most annoying shit to me right now in Outward, since I've been trying to do more experimental builds that require a lot of testing. Most of the time I never even get to test a build because this stupid placement system makes me quit the game faster than I utterly ran. The biggest issue I have with this system is the pillar placements. There is literally no way to tell which one is placed properly and which one is placed wrong. This just ends in me picking up and placing down a pillar over and over again till I somehow get it right. For those of you who don't know how to enchant in Outward, it's rather simple in theory. Each of these letters stand for a direction, like N being north or W being west. Then the second letter stands for distance, so F means far and C means close. So in your mind it's incredibly simple and should pose no issues at all. But what really happens is you misplaced one of these, most likely the far distance pillar, and you have to guess which one of the pillars is wrong. Plus you also have to consider the extra details on enchanting, which can be anything from only enchanting at night or to specific location and has to be a certain weather type like rain or fog. All this bullshit makes enchanting such a waste of time, considering you can beat the entire game with basically the shittiest of weapons or builds. Why waste time on the effort of enchanting when you can grab the world edge, axe some hard hitting buffs and abilities and just destroy the rest of the game? Keep in mind, I don't hate enchanting in Outward, I just think this implementation was a horrible idea and needs to be reworked. The next problem, which I hope will be fixed in the next DLC, will be the utilization of the open world map. I have an entire video on how a lot of games underutilize open world concepts, and sadly Outward is one of those games that really doesn't offer much as an open world game. There is practically no danger whatsoever within the open world. It is a complete joke that there is nothing to offer from actually traversing the land and discovering new things. What I will say is the Saurabarians DLC did do better in this department, but it's still not exactly perfect. You have two options when you make an open world game. You can either make the map smaller so that fights occur a bit more frequently and are a little more challenging, but not challenging to where traveling becomes a chore. Or you can make a large map with more traversal options, like mounts or other forms of transportation. And no, I'm not counting Code Sonic as a means of transportation. It's a fun goofy thing for casuals, but for a god like myself I can't be using this in legit runs on the game. Either which way, the map needs a little more danger and maybe more resource options that allow you to not have to sleep for weeks just to complete an armor set. I can name the most deadly creatures or mobs in each zone, and they are either mediocre or they are rare as fuck to the point they are non-existent. Searzo, you got the Shrip Boy. Enmaka Forest, you got the occasional giant roaming around. Hollowed Marsh, you got the Tuonosaur or the Alpha Tuonosaur. Saurobarians, you got the reused golems from the original game. Levant, all you have to worry about is fucking heat stroke. All of these mobs you can either shit all over or just ignore them, and they pose zero threat. Give me a challenge that rewards me for my travels, or allow me to fly across the goddamn map at Mach 6 with a lightning eagle. The next complaint I have is character models. And look at this fucking horse hockey. Everything is gross except this combination right here for the female character. All the hairstyles are either super ugly or just don't fit the facial structure. The face itself is just awful, not to mention I don't have titty sliders, which is just 0 out of 10 and not cash money. I've seen people make the argument that in Outward your character is just a regular person and nobody special. But yet I save the entire world from being destroyed by demonic creatures and can wield ancient blades passed down from my ancestors. Just because my character is a fucking normie doesn't mean he has to be ugly as piss. This complaint is super minor and not really a big deal, but in retrospect, character creation can actually be a huge reason for wanting to play a game. Look at Black Desert Online. I actually know people that have never played the real game and just sit and make characters and upload them to the photo albums for likes. This is not really a priority, but fuck it, I need to mention it for my homies struggling to look hot in these streets. That's basically everything, and I'm sorry if this came off harsh, but I gotta keep it real when it comes to a game I actually love and want to succeed in the future. These developers are young gods in the making and have a bright future ahead of them, and I'm there for when that happens. But that's it boys, I'm out for the day.